This is DeerTech TV. Finding a forage for your plot that can survive the dry, long winter and still provide feasible nutrition throughout the late season is always a good idea. That's why Whitetail Institute came out with their own blend of early to late season attractants, equipped to survive the coldest of cold and the driest of dry. Brad Rex is here to tell you all about it.
Welcome to DeerTech. Today I want to take a look at food plots, and that's one of the things that's near and dear to my soul. I love doing food plots. And so often a person asks me, what should I plant? And it literally depends on what your goals are. So you got to look at, one thing is, what time of year are you looking for? Do you want just nutrition for a whitetail through spring, summer, early fall? Or are you looking for nutrition for later in the fall, a little bit of winter? Or are you just looking for a plot to hunt over? You know, if you're looking for a plot to hunt over, I like products like this. It's called Pure Attraction from Whitetail Institute. And what I really like about it, it's a blend of different products. So it's got triticale, it's got kale, it's got turnips, it's got oats. And what it is just imagine a person, you know, a lot of us like to go to the buffet, right? Because you can eat a smaller portion, but of a large variety of different products. That's what happens on with a product like this in the whitetail world as well. A whitetail literally will have a goal of wanting to go out there and eat oats tonight, so they'll come out to this plot. If you planted pure oats in one plot and you had triticale in another plot and you had your turnips in another plot, and you'll see this often because we do this on my home plots, you'll see all the whitetails gravitate towards one plot for a day or two, and then for whatever reason they shift over. It's not like the food plot's empty. They just have a hankering, or they want something else. They want to be diversified. Where this plot's going to keep them coming back because whatever they want to feed on, it is there for them. It's going to give you a variety of products. Oats grow really quick, so early part of August. If you plant this at the end of July up here in the Midwest, and if you're hunting from the south, it's a little bit later. But up here, I like to try to plant this late July, early part of August. Your oats are going to pop up first, and that's what they're going to start feeding on. Your turnips, your kale, your triticale is all going to start growing as well. Triticale is a hybrid, I don't know if you guys are familiar with it, it's a hybrid between wheat and rye, winter wheat. So deer absolutely pound it, they love it. The other beauty is, as long as it gets above freezing during the day, doesn't matter if it's whatever, how many days of cold weather in a row, and for the bulk of the days, it's below that freezing. As long as it gets above, it's going to continue to grow. So therefore, you got a green food source all the way into December up here, even into January. What I said earlier stands true. It's that buffet type product. It's got oats that are really cold tolerant. The Whitetail Institute specifically created these oats just for the northern tier. Then they have triticale, which is another type of grass forage that deer absolutely love. And then they mixed it in with brassicas, the big leafy type. So you got brassicas, you got cereal grains. It is the perfect mix that no matter what the whitetail wants to eat, it's going to be here grown in this plot. The best thing is it's drought tolerant and it's cold resistant. So I'm not really worried about drought, but I am worried about the cold because we could get that early frost. And if you get an early frost here in Wisconsin, it could be the second week in September, even the first week in September. And that can totally kill all your plots. So that's why I like to get them in a little bit earlier than wait later. Check it out again, Pure Attraction from Whitetail Institute.
You're watching DeerTech TV.
When it comes to trail cameras, you know, one of the things that you really got to think about is flash versus black flash versus red infrared. You know, and in my experience, it really depends on the deer. Some deer are not familiar with a flash camera, and if they get their picture taken, I'll never forget this. I was sitting in a tree stand watching, one of the main trails. It's just getting dark. I'm starting to pack up, and I watched a buck go past one of my trail cameras. Back in the day, it was only flash cameras, and literally when he got his picture taken, he turned inside out. Just literally just ran like you would not believe. Now, that deer I'd never seen before. Minutes before that, I'd seen another buck come down, literally stand in the scrape, paw it out, get the flash right in his face, continue to scrape, and walked right past it. So I think there's two types of deer. One is the high pressure deer that's not familiar with that area, that's gonna freak out at anything. And the second one is that deer that probably lives there all of his life. He's been getting those photos taken ever since he's been a fawn. When it comes to those pressure deer or any deer, I don't want to take the chance of spooking any of them, because let's face it, that deer that spooked could have been a booner, and now he's off my place. So I'm going to go with invisible flash because it's the way to go. I'm not going to spook any whitetails. Check it out from my good friend Tom Rainey.
Hey everybody, Tom Rainey here with Browning Trail Cameras, and I'm here today to tell you a little bit about the Dark Ops HD Max Plus trail camera, new for 2021. Now, just like the Strike Force cameras, the Dark Ops cameras are part of our Sub-Micro series. Those cameras are smaller and only require 6 AA batteries to perform in the field. The primary difference is that Dark Ops cameras are equipped with an invisible infrared flash, while our Strike Force cameras have that low glow infrared flash. As for the Dark Ops HD Max Plus trail camera, new for 2021, this camera is capable of capturing up to 20 megapixel images and has adjustable trigger speed settings that range from 0.135 seconds to 0.7 seconds. This camera is also equipped with 0.5 second recovery times and can record up to 900p HD videos with sound. There's an adjustable flash on this camera as well that ranges out up to 80 feet in the long range setting, and you can also reach out to 60 feet in the economy setting. This camera also has an adjustable detection range that ranges up to 80 feet, and as always, you get long battery life with your Browning trail cameras, and in this instance, it only requires 6 AA batteries. Now, the last new feature for 2021 is that the battery meter can read not only alkaline batteries, but rechargeable or lithium batteries. And as always, there are several features that come on Browning trail cameras that you'll be happy to use that will increase your performance in the field. Things like our multi-shot images, rapid-fire images, IllumiSmart technology, even the innovative Time Plus camera mode with our triggered images. This camera also can perform with up to a 512 gigabyte SDXC memory card. And last but not least, there's a 12-volt external power jack to make it easier to connect to our Browning trail camera solar panels. Once again, this is the Dark Ops HD Max Plus trail camera, new for 2021.
Not all of the companies you see on TV are large, big box operations, especially in the outdoors industry. Here, we are flooded with small businesses that all started from a person just like you, coming up with a great idea and who had the determination to see it take flight. With that type of business foundation, you may not be surprised just how great of customer service you can find if you just call the number on the box when you have an issue. Don't believe me? That's okay. Let's pull back the curtains on one of those small businesses so you can see it for yourself.
We're a small company right now, just getting out there. There's actually 3 people that do all the work. Jay Carpenter, his wife Kristen, and myself. And on a daily basis, I answer phones, answer questions. People are calling wanting to know about the product. And so I spend a lot of time on the phone just explaining how to use the product in the correct way. You know, we put a 100% money-back guarantee on our products. We want them to be 100% satisfied with the product that they get. And so I go through any negativities, and there's not been a whole lot of them. There's been a few, and I've been able to fix all those so far, and it's simply they weren't reapplying the product. So I think we're getting better too at explaining how to use the product. It does need to be reapplied, and so it's real important that our customers, our hunters, are happy with the product, and we wouldn't want it any other way. We want them to be completely 100% satisfied with the product. See, so you had plenty of scent thief out there, and That's the key to remember. And if they come in, they start acting a little bit nervous, spray down some more. I have offered to fly to a customer that was having some problems with the product. In fact, he called me and I explained to him how to use it, and I said, if this stuff ain't working, I'm going to buy a plane ticket and I'm going to come out and see you. And I'm going to sit in the stand right beside you and show you how to use Scent Thief. And I mean that. I want people to call me. I want them to have questions. I am on the phone a lot, and if I don't get to the call, I always try to answer them back, or I'm texting them, say, hey, I'm on the other line. It's just very important to keep that relationship up because it is a tremendous product. Sounds like you're getting it figured out. Just when you're in there in a couple hours, when them deer start coming in, getting a little bit nervous, just go ahead and reapply and make sure you got plenty out there. They'll calm right back down. Yeah, I mean, would we rather our company fail with the type of service we do? First of all, I don't believe our company will because it is that good a product, and we have some university studies to back that, and I think that's huge for our company. But it's very important that our customers are satisfied. So, yeah. Now, what sounds good? I appreciate that. Rush after you in. I'm doing good. Hey, sorry I've been missing your call. I was just getting ready to start up, and I would feel bad if I was selling product and wasn't working and just bringing in the money. It's more about customer satisfaction to us because the product is good, and we want those people to have the same results that we get with Scent Thief, and to make them more successful and actually have better hunts. You know, when I get phone calls from people that have been successful or can say, now I can take my wife because she ain't got to worry about showering up and doing all this work before we go. And it's made it more pleasant for them to go to the woods, and that's nice to hear. And so when you know that it's covering everybody that's out there, it's very rewarding to us as Scent Thief that we do have satisfied customers. And that is why it doesn't matter how many people call me, I'm going to answer that phone, because I want them to be 100% satisfied with Scent Thief. Scent Thief, Mr. Russell.
DeerTech TV is brought to you by It's the last week of bow season in Missouri, and Scent Thief pro staffer Justin Hood is anxious to get out to the stand and finish his season on a high note. With his eye already set on a specific buck and his odor covered by Scent Thief, there is no shortage of confidence for Justin.
This is the second season I've had the opportunity to use Scent Thief, and man, let me tell you what, it just absolutely delivers. 2 seasons ago, I had the best season of my life. I killed 3 of my biggest bucks I've ever killed, and I have to give, all the thanks to Scent Thief, because each one of those deer came straight downwind of me, and I was able to make great shots on each one of them. This past season was a tough season for me. I didn't get a chance to hunt quite as much, but I'll tell you what, the one opportunity that I did get a chance to shoot a deer, I made sure Scent Thief was with me. So in this specific hunt, my season's coming down to the wire. I just got a few days left to punch my archery tag here in Missouri, and finally I have a buck that I've been seeing on camera that's popping back up in good daylight, and I'm gonna try to slip in this evening to see if I can get it done.
Today's January 11th, and there's 4 days left here in Missouri to hunt. It's been a slow season. Not hardly many encounters this year. The one encounter I did have, it didn't work out. I hit the deer high, but I'm actually seeing him right here on this portion of the property right now. He's been showing up in the evenings regularly, starting to bachelor back up. I decided to bring the crossbow tonight. Started the season with a crossbow kill of a mule deer, and maybe I'll end with one.
So going into this sit, I knew my wind was going to be blowing out of the southwest, and I knew that he was going to probably travel from the northeast right into my scent cone. But I knew Scent Thief had me covered. At the end of the day, I know as long as I am reapplying and putting my Scent Thief wick out, I'm not going to have to worry about that. And there he was. He was with the same doe that I saw him pushing the week before when my brother was in town. And I knew that as soon as he hit my scent cone, he'd stop for a second, assess the situation, settle back in, and then continue on. And that's exactly what he did. At this point, I'm like, wow, this actually might happen. So once he was comfortable and settling in, I grabbed my crossbow and I took the shot.
Yes. Parallel is down. This is the deer I have been trying to kill all season. These guys actually came straight downwind of me tonight, hesitant to come in, and this is my first time I've ever shot a whitetail buck with a crossbow. And sister passing away, and what a fitting way to finally get it done. I got a little boy coming here, and all praise the big man up top. And I mean, he didn't suffer, he just fell right there, and I'm looking at it right now, and he just busted off his right side. His antler literally just popped off when he hit the ground. So thank you, God, for such an amazing season. It was really tough, and you know, I really doubted that I'd even get it done, you know, and finally this year I was able to tag out. And we all owe it up to him. So you need me to pray, amen.
So out of sheer excitement and joy, I get down from my stand, and before I know it, I left all my camera equipment in the stand. So I just had my cell phone with me. I went to get the deer in position to take a picture, and when I did, the other side of the rack popped off. So this is the only picture I have of this deer. Very uncharacteristic of me, but what a fitting way to end my season. And I truly believe that if I wasn't using Scent Thief that evening, this deer would have definitely busted me since he came straight downwind of me, and I wouldn't be able to share this story with you right now.